Adjust my gyroscopic sensor. Battery low. Please plug me in. I just want to die. I just want to go back to the dark. Within substructure operation procedure.
I don't know what the fuck Buddy's doing today. He's just kind of flying around. Not following me that closely this time. Where the fuck did he go? Of course, as soon as I come up here is when he goes down there. He's just avoiding me today.
Battery low. Please plug me in.
Actually, hold on. Can I show him in like one of the little item lockers? I think he's too big for that. That's a shame. There you go, buddy.
Do not panic.
Do not panic. So true. Okay.
I love you.
Get this show on the road. I'd say. So long, buddy. Alright. So, I've been doing some experimentation off stream. I'm been messing around. And I'm not doing survival mode. Not this week. I think survival mode could be reasonable, but I'm bad at it. But I was bouncing between weakened arms and high gravity, and I'm kind of reaching the conclusion that, to me at least, these two long-term feel interchangeable. They both just kind of individually make the early game harder. It's just the problem is that when you combine them, it's like multiplying the difficulty, not adding the two difficulties together. So I kind of want to give some runs a try with high gravity instead of more weakened hands. See if we can get anything to work with that, because it is a crazy difference in score multiplier. Well, it has like 0.5 bonus. It's not insignificant if we can overcome the problems it introduces. I think extra pouch is just worth it. But yeah, that bit of preamble out of the way. Let's get into it. Oh, the high gravity feels so rough. Yeah, I think we'll probably try for paranoia again. I did consider adding no shops on the list, but like, no shops really does not add a ton of molt, and just getting, as much as giving terror shit last week, getting terror or paranoia would just net be more valuable than the score. Like a run that gets one of or both of those would likely just get a better score than a run that had shot multiplier and never had a chance to get either of those. So, you know, as annoying as it was that we whiffed on paranoia so many times, getting either of those would be pretty massive.
Alert. Per local authority directive 1032, substructure evacuation order has been.
Fun fact, there's an injector spawn up there, not that... Or I might be getting the rooms confused. There's a room that looks almost exactly like this. I'm not sure if I'm getting them mixed up or not. That upper injector spawn is quite nice. For campaign speedruns at least. Not that far out of the way to grab. Stock up some early pitons. Try and get chances to sack. More likely than not, we're just gonna focus on getting terror and paranoia. Just gonna ignore overwhelmed. As good as it is, as much as we want it, it's just kind of not worth the amount of inventory we'd have to give up trying to stockpile for it. Like this, probably can make that. Can also probably make that by doing that. No, that beats on back, so I don't know if I don't think I get the reach without with a lower jump height, so I didn't know that was a ledge I could grab. Huh. That's good to know that there's just a tiny little peak of geometry we can grab onto there. Yeah, I don't know. If by some stroke of luck we could end up in a position where we can swing overwhelmed, we'll consider it. The odds of that happening are insanely low though, so we're gonna assume that that's not happening. Shit. Oh, hello, blood bug. Alright. Oh. Rip that piton. Not lie, I'm pretty bad at this specific room. Oh, I'm supposed to go this way. Right. Not help that I'm wasting pitons in places where I absolutely do not need to. But that's okay. A learning experience.
Emergency. Reactor cooling failure detected.
Yeah, this
Core temperature rising beyond safe.
this room is like probably one of the harder hit by higher gravity, at least for early game. A lot of them are hit pretty bad, but this one in particular is a bit of a doozy. the empty can anymore, so just get that out of the inventory. On climbing. Up we go. Blood bug. Everyone's the worst enemy. Oh, here we go. Probably should have Barnacle Expressed there, but that's okay. God. Barnacles are so difficult to see how they're grabbing you. A little difficult to make that reach, but with no gravity, or not no gravity, too much gravity in fact. Goodness. Be an entirely different set of issues if there were no gravity in this area in particular. Because I would 100% faceplant into a spinning blade and explode. I probably could have gone up the broken ladder side. Well. Alright, come along for its room. Hopefully we get a good perk roll here. DNA's nice, so it's not really what we want. I think it's velocity augment here. And extra pitons. Lemon lime roach. Nice. Does that bring our piton count too? Brings us to 7 pitons. So that brings us to like 19 sack value overall. So technically, if we got a bunch more, like 6 more pitons, or flashlight and 3 more pitons, we could swing for the fences. Swing wide. Neither of which are necessarily insanely unlikely outcomes. Those, I guess the 6 pitons is the less likely of the two, just because the amount of inventory space that would be. But if we don't have profit motive by then it's not like that inventory space will be that bad to give up. Of course, no profit. It taking a while to get profit motive would hurt this run relative to our best run, especially since we're taking something to hamper our early game for better score. I don't know. Maybe Overwhelmed won't be an insane play at this rate. Ooh, close. But of course we'll see, because if we get the others have been here room, then there's a good chance we don't go for it. Unless we like luck upon a shit ton more pitons. Like right before it. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Like I keep getting the red filtering and like my hopes go up for a second. But it's not the room we're in, so because like I won't lie, a terror would be pretty fucking nice right now. I don't think we're gonna get a stack of terror. Unless like maybe the next area is waste heaps and we get a little bit of a lucky roll. Or next sub area, I should say. Think I can make that? Yeah, I can. It's not easily. Doesn't even save that much if I could, so. Swing upwards. Alright. Technically not fully out of the cards yet. Very good at aiming.
Attention. Routine maintenance has not been conducted in over 2 days. System performance may be suboptimal.
3,000 days is a short period to go without maintenance, that's fine. System performance is fine, I'm sure. That's the end, so right, no others have been your room. Bit of a bummer, but you know, that's also just kind of standard luck. Check our perks before we commit to grabbing stuff. System reorg's the safe bet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 10 plus 12. Okay, yeah. So I'll drop one of the roaches for the flashlight. This is probably gonna be like the scariest part, is our first trip through here. Not liking our odds so far, just because, you know, like we've got a couple of speed perks, but like no profit motive, no pulse organ yet. We're getting to this place. I don't know. The odds of improving our score might not be the greatest at the moment. I'm not taking the coward's line. Maybe I should have taken the coward's line. It's bad. That's really bad. of not being able to see anything at all. That'd be one of my favorite things. Hey, I'm dead. Dead to teeth. Unfortunate, but I have great speed perks, so it's just how it goes. Go again. Yeah, I think genuinely the first visit to Service Shaft is gonna be one of the scariest points in the run. Because, like, you know, Teeth by himself, pretty scary to deal with. Added pressure of the mass also makes it pretty scary. And just the fact that we don't have even a flare gun to make Teeth fuck off with is just gonna have to play insanely well or get lucky with our perk acquisition. Which, to be fair, we already do want to be lucky with our perk acquisition at that point anyway, so in some regards, things do not change. I think that's how you want to look at it. Less than ideal. Just do that. Well, unfortunate to already use a can, but what you can do.
Update. Training chamber observation windows have been reinforced. Vandalism of facility property is strictly prohibited.
To double check what floppy disks are worth on the row altar. That might affect how we look at things a little. I believe they're worth not a bad amount. And I honestly forgot that they can even spawn here. Yeah, they're tier 4, or they're not tier 4, tier 3 items, so they're worth 4 points. So that floppy disk might become crucial. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, let's get back over here and then take a moment to regen stamina, I think. Would be a real massive stroke of luck finding that. I don't know. I know, like, vague areas that they can spawn in, but I don't have their spawns memorized. Anything crazy. Or at least I know vague areas they can spawn in silos more accurately. And I know a campaign mode guaranteed spawn for one. That's not exactly relevant here. Since that guaranteed spawn does not exist. Since we don't enter the normal entrance from Delta Labs in Endless. I'm so confused as to what's grabbing me where. Fucking hell. Alright. Nice cool time loss there. Interesting, this is one of the rooms that alternates on and off. Got here a lot quicker than last run, so pretty good, I'd say. I think an early system reorg is worth some nice stats early. Got 6, 9. So about 4 more pitons worth would get us to an overwhelmed if we saw an early row altar. If not, flashlight helps us, but oh no, it's not even that many. Plus, I miscounted. I'm miscounting. That disc is worth 1 point that I'm giving it credit for. 7 into 11 plus 12 is 13, so I need 2 more pitons and I get overwhelmed. Be kind of a great pickup this early. Double jump, another all stats up. Kind of nothing can really complain about there. Might have an RA run on our hands, dare I say. Or they don't fumble it. Yeah, I think this is probably our ideal pathing. Maybe it's not optimal, but it's what I'm clicking together as a good route past this, so optimal enough for me. Less thinking, more moving. More moving, less thinking. Alright, up we go. Oh, nice if we could find a couple more pitons before we get much further. On the off chance we see the others have been here room. Oh my god, there's so many blood bugs, Jesus. Another one.
Expect heightened contamination.
Up and over. Up and over. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we're one piton off for now. Get others have been here as the first room. Probably works in our favor because it gives us a little more time to peek around for more pitons. Take a second and heal. 8, 12 and 12, alright. Yeah. Sitting on 24. We need 25 to get overwhelmed.
Notice. Long-range communications offline. External contact is no longer possible.
No pitons in that room. Fine. Yeah. I don't want to waste too much time scouring every corner, both because of the mess and also just because, you know, time does hurt our score, so whether we like it or not, we do need to keep moving. I'm a dumbass and went the long way around the room. Not quite what we're looking for, but that's okay. I didn't know there was a blood bug in this room. That's scary. Go away. Persistent asshole.
Unusual resonance or humming in the drainage network.
No others have been here, room. Bummer. Alright. That's okay, because need nearly as many of these pitons. This organ's a little too nice to turn down. 6, 10. Yeah. Okay. That does all. Getting the pulse organ does also change things a little bit. Because now might be a little less inclined to say that we need overwhelmed. So we do technically have the materials to sack for it, but if given the opportunity, it will be a little more of a question now than it was before. You know, maybe it'll be a little more worth to just go for one of our go for a long-term perk. Maybe we feel like it's a long-term perk, we don't need to think about it till we're in long-term. And we go for overwhelmed, which is also a very, very, very good perk. Realistically, overwhelmed is probably worth taking if we have a good opportunity to, kind of regardless. But it's slightly more of a question now that we already have a double jump in reserves. I'll say, yeah, the fucking importance of a double jump, I think, shows, like, clear as day there. Because, man, did we get through that way easier by having a double jump. Just kind of one of those things where it is too good to not have in this mode. That's part of what makes Overwhelmed so good, is it guarantees a double jump, at least in both regular White Knuckle as well as regular Endless. From a different angle. Can I reach that window? I can. It's interesting because having like a double jump without high grab makes that trivial. But with high grab, gotta think about it a little more. Where is it? There it is. I don't know how I lost track of that Eton, I'm gonna be honest. Take a moment, regenerate stamina. Doing pretty okay in terms of staying ahead of the mess. Like, we want to go fast, but our number one priority is getting up and staying ahead of the goo. So best direction. Let's just go up.
All people is a derogatory term. Do not use it to refer to deep substructure maintenance, peer workers, or office personnel. It is only accessible for...
Gotta hate turrets. Where are you? There you are. Delta Labs is such a scary area, man. What? Go. We're not getting terrible luck with the rooms we're getting. So that's nice. I'm always happy to see this one. It's, you know, like, yeah, it's a laser grid room. Should make it scary on paper, but like, it's, once you know your way around that one, it's not that bad. Loading spike. Alright. Gonna do that real quick. Leave no trace. Oh, this room. This room's not bad, but it can be a little scary. Because of our good old friends, the turrets. Second to regenerate stamina. Up just a little bit higher so that the first turret doesn't see us anymore. What's a little scary is that I don't know how easy or hard that jump is to make, but it wasn't that bad, so. It should be the end of Delta Labs, because Delta Labs is usually 3 rooms. Fire. There's our profit motive. Alright. So we forego the can. And then I think we go big and swing for an overwhelmed snag here. 1, 6, 10, 12. Alright, yeah, this should be enough. I'll clean out my entire inventory, and then we stock up for terror and paranoia rules going forward. Keep in mind I cannot jump as far as I am used to. Stacking the flashlight's gonna be really fucking annoying, but I want to waste inventory space, so.
Entity is undergoing molecular reformation. Preset board overrides engaged. Scanning.
Alright, I didn't want to like try and grab 3 more pitons to burn inventory space rather. Not only a profit motive. If we didn't have profit motive, I would consider dropping roaches for it while we were in the break room, but we do, so you have to deal with it. 5, 7. A little bit of inventory reorg. And I don't like doing this, but I want to be able to see when we get to Dead Man's Handle, so we're doing it. I'm gonna turn that off as soon as we are done with Dead Man's Handle. Damn, we got fucking bow falters too. Oh well. It would have been nice to do 2 rolls. This is definitely significantly more work. Significantly better for us long term.
Alert. Track gap between the towers E and F measures 143 meters. Estimated bridge emergency. Vital hazard classification 7.
That being said, Dead Man's Handle is going to be kind of rough because of this, so... I know at one point when I first saw that you can sack the flashlight for value, I told my one friend that I thought there might be cases where that's worthwhile, and yeah, he kind of doubted me that he didn't doubt that it could be worthwhile, but he doubted that either of us were good enough to navigate specifically this area without a flashlight. So then I think I immediately afterwards sacked the flashlight just to try it and was able to navigate it. It's annoying. It's not easy. I don't like it, but I can do it. It's also a lot easier when you have a shit ton of speed buffs coming in from roaches. So we go for the Shrail. Not entirely sure how I want to handle stocking up for future Rowalters. I do still want to attempt to roll for Paranoia and Needles. Not Needles. Terror. But I don't think it's ever going to be just stocking up a shit ton of pitons. But I think 2 pitons is probably like the right amount to hold. Stock up a couple of them. See if we can get it off a 2 flashlight go. If not, that's okay. Alright, cool. I am immediately turning my settings back to do much more greatly prefer how this game looks normally. Just sometimes you gotta play optimally. Pulse organ's always nice. That'd be a little too much weight. I don't really need to look at none of that. We just get going. God, this is awful without flashlight. Yeah, now that like we have a little bit of movement, a little bit of sauce, this does not feel that removed from just a standard run.
Notice. Facility exploration drone targeting systems malfunctioning.
Hostile drones. Ow. It's been a while since I've had that event. Not like the worst to deal with. Not as bad as the door by a mile, but it is definitely an annoying one. And also a pretty rare one as well, so go us, I guess. And low rolling. still being grabbed, aren't I? So annoying, dude. I genuinely thought I'd smacked away what I was being grabbed by. Come on, there we go. Backtracking printers is tempting, but pulse organ is, I think, slightly more important for now. Strong emphasis on for now with that. I think much more of them in the back strengtheners wrap around to being the more important one, but we'll see. We'll see how right or wrong I am. Regular old pipe works. Oh, see room. Neat. I didn't know that was a secret room spawn. I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know where I'm going, but I need my jumps refreshed. What I do find interesting is that the oh wait, it still does the like lag stutter that it does right before wish granted areas spawn on the same interval. And I initially assumed that that was just like it preloading the wish granted area or something, but maybe not. Maybe instead it's just that's when it chooses to start loading in the next set of areas for you. Let's have room for one more roach. Like that, we have a flashlight again. Like that. He stops holding any relevance to this run. Alright. I'm gonna keep the flashlight nice and juiced up so we're ready for when we have to deal with vent things. Fucking hell, dude. Like that. Okay, since this turret's being so difficult, usually just ignore him, but he wants to like be actually good at his job today. I think it leaves me no choice other than to kill him. 2 not bad rooms in a row. Ooh. I am misplaying the hell out of this room though, holy. Eradicating. Holy, I... Might be some of the worst I've ever played that room, I cannot lie. I think from here... Rabbit DNA is probably on the list of things we're looking for. Back strengthener is always... You know, never gonna say no to more pulse organs. But... You know, Rabbit DNA is probably a top tier pick. Heavy Strike would also be quite nice. Rabbit DNA is the way. It gets me 4 more pitons. 4 pitons. Plus the 2 I already have. That would get me enough for a terror sack, yeah. So I have to sack a little bit of inventory space for it though. Alright. It's worth the 2 to get a sack if we see in Rowalter. Not far enough in where every bit of speed matters that much, so plus we did just get a horizontal speed upgrade, so much as I don't particularly want to do another Abyss without a flashlight, I will do it if I have to. It's looking like I will have to. My favorite. Handhold, see it close. Alright, which one do we got? We got Terror. Terror's pretty nice. Yeah, we obviously do want Paranoia eventually, but Terror's not bad in the short term, at least.
Emergency.
Are we able to... I think we have the sauce to just full jump this, actually. Yeah. Alright, that makes our lives way better, actually. Technically, I don't need to go all the way up there since I'm not able to get the injector spawn, but I don't know. I still feel like it's a nice kind of point to just go up to. God, having so many multi-jumps is really fucking nice. There's our 2 roaches we sacked earlier back. Yeah, I think with where this run is, in terms of sacks, we probably just stop caring the moment we get a Paranoia. Just keep in mind, Paranoia is the one that will slow down Mr. The Face there. That's kind of the benefit we care about in that, at least. It has other stuff that it does. Those other things are not particularly relevant to us. Game, please. You don't like us. It always takes a loop for me to remember I have rabbit DNA after I get it. Elastic limbs, that's a pretty big one that I forgot about. Kind of surprised I forgot about it, because I remember it being a nasty problem last run. Not like a problem, but felt pretty bad to not have. Right. Hopefully this is the last time we need to do this. is always a sub area I'm gonna be rather happy to get, since I don't have to worry about ramming my head into a insta-kill. Ligament restructure is nice. Pretty much everything else that I could get there is nicer though. Not everything else, but there's a lot of things that were gonna be nicer. As much as I want ligament restructure, and ligament restructure is especially nice with high grav, because it basically cancels out the high grav. It's still kind of not the highest on my priority list. Okay. Not my favorite room to deal with, but don't get me wrong, it's a cool ass room. It's just a stressful one to run through on endless. Come on. There we go. Is it this way? It is this way. Yeah, ligament restructure like pretty effectively cancels out the downsides of negative gravity. And like, you know, sure, you're exchanging, like you could argue you're exchanging a perk for canceling out the downside, but like, you know, if it's a perk that I was gonna take either way, is that really a bet? Or if it's a perk that I'm likely to take either way when presented with it and not a better option, is that necessarily a bad thing? Definitely not an auto take perk, but it is a good perk, you know.
Notice, it has been 8 days since the last system war.
And like that, we're done. Barely even noticed that Mr. the Thief was remotely present. Yeah, fair enough. Got caught up in hubris a little. Nice to see this room again now that we're able to just get past it. Come on. I need a refresh there. There we go. Okay, nice easy room. And this every time, that is a little insane. I guess to be fair, there's only so many Delta Labs rooms, and we do have to hit all 3 of them, so... need another stack of rabbit. Let's see. More puts us to 7. I'll keep an eye out for a piton, but I'm not gonna be that pressed if we have to wait another loop before we get that. Plus, there's no guarantee we see a roll through this loop, except for, like, you know, that one right there. There's an piton here, is there? No. Okay. Oh. Got both of them. Bruh. Alright, we'll sack at the second one. Alright, are the faces cooperating? Yes, cool. Does mean I should tweak settings again. Gonna bother with shimmering handholds, because I don't think we need both. Second stack of terror. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but it's not the one we're looking for.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7 confirmed. Closest operational nuclear failsafe. Habitation Lime.
Be safe and land right there. Dude, are we gonna get like walled on paranoia again? Be a little crazy if we did. Like, granted, lack of paranoia wasn't what killed us last time, but still be a little crazy if that's what we get walled on in terms of rope perks yet again. Last limbs. Brightness back down. Air exchange. Foggy air exchange at that. And the timed room perks. That's fun. Better chambers. Oh, never mind. Better chamberant. Just more back strengtheners. Probably what we want the most right now. Grab 2 of these now. You. I get 3 of thems. One of you. There we go. Oh wait, no, this isn't the... No, this is the bad one. really don't have heavy strike yet. A little spooky. Very cool, very cool. Heavy strike, there we go. It's another perk we're looking for. Go up and up and up we go. Good luck on your run. Hey, thank you, Super. How you doing? Run's going quite well so far. Got a lot of good perks early, so just kind of cruising by and hoping that the luck persists and get the last kind of major key part that is kind of important, albeit, you know, last week I did set a personal best about the perk, but still. Being able to slow down the faces with a paranoia stack would be quite nice. Where is that vent thing at? Go up. Grab DNA. Nice as always. Oh, wait, I should. Come on. We got 3 pitons, 4 or 5. Right. Not overweight, yep. Cool. Alright. Maybe this will be the time we get paranoia. And once again, I'm doing this like literally every area at this point. Okay, cool. There it is. There's paranoia. Alright. So we officially have gotten at least 1 stack of every perk I care about, and we've gotten all the row alter perks that I care about, which means that we can kind of just keep picking up stuff that we want, and I can ignore doing sacks for the rest of the run. Technically, you can get a 2nd stack of Overwhelmed, which is like kind of nice. It is more stats, more good. But it's pinto beans on, it's definitely not worth it. Okay, so I have 4 bonus jumps. It's gonna be important for me to keep a proximate count on. So, yeah, we keep 1 slot open for flashlight, and otherwise just kind of fill up 5 extra jumps. Fire. I think 1 more puts me at over full, yeah. So I'll have to drop a roach for a flashlight. That's okay. I'm gonna run and use the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. Alright. Back. Let's get to it. So, currently, our biggest dangers are just going to be all forms of the mass. You know, going a little too slow. Caught by an insta kill in either air exchanges or shattered chambers. Both of which have some pretty scary ways they can insta kill us if we're not careful. Where the heavy strike is very relevant. Of course, we have both the sub areas that are a little spooky to us. That's okay, because we persist. There's our ligament restructure. Now we get crazy hops. I think also for pipe works, something potentially scary could be the drainage systems. Because the drainage systems have a lot of horizontal, not as much of a, you know, they have a decent bit of vertical too, but they have a lot of horizontal sections, which if you're not careful, the mass sure as shit can catch up on. So gotta be a little careful with those. So I did do endless pipeworks for a while. A pretty good score in it. I don't remember what it was. Kind of irrelevant because I was on the old leaderboards. So More back strengtheners is good. Rabbit DNA. Adrenaline pumps is kind of tempting because I think it could be useful in specifically Abyss, but not that important. Probably an argument to be made, do we even need the flashlight? Yes, actually there is an argument to be made for why we would want the flashlight, and that is vent things. Because never having to think about vent things because we can repel them away alone makes the flashlight pretty worth it. It's pretty nice being able to just fly through these areas that were giving us so much trouble before, though. Game. Oh my god. Hit it every time. Bang. Oh my god. I forgot I had also relaxant. It's the most relevant perk at this point, but still neat. Dude, come on. Another stack of last limbs could be nice. Kinda want more back strengtheners instead, though. Not lie. 2 and 3 and come on. 4. Yeah, we just cruising for now. Make sure we reset our jumps every once in a while.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7.
Should get me here. I'm pretty sure that was my last jump, so I kind of took a risk. But yeah, we just kind of soaring. There we go. Alright. Honestly, just getting more elastic limbs is probably a good idea. Because the reach, I feel like, becomes a lot better the further in you are. Oh, deep storage. Always makes me so happy to see. I don't have to think nearly as hard as I just kind of zoom through it. Their chambers is a little spookier, but also like definitely our preferred of the two options when we don't get deep storage, since the majority of the insta-kill crushes are really not that hard to route around, as long as you're paying attention. Ooh, the game's putting a difficult choice in front of us. I think we do the pulse organ now. We do have quite a few back strengtheners as is. Also, pulse organ is the higher tier rare slot. There's our first others have been here room. We do not need it anymore. Ain't that how it goes? Come on. There we go. System reorg 2 is worked here. It's not. I don't remember what the numbers are from roaches, but if I remember correctly, System reorg 2 is comparable or slightly more. So I think it's like 2.5 or 3% per roach. So I believe the first 2 stacks of System reorg are where it's still more or equivalent, and then past the first 2 stacks is where it drops off. Got knocked off though, so not the end of the world. Just would prefer to not let that happen again. Especially because it got me a little lost. I didn't remember which way my path was. I swear there's more electricity in this room. That actually probably is a legitimate mechanic about there being more electricity shocks in that room when you're further along on Endless. I think genuinely that's probably an actual mechanic. Somatic painkillers don't really matter.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification summoned. Closest operational nuclear plants. Habitation line.
A little closer of a call than I'd like, but still alive, so who cares? That's good. It's definitely a rabbit DNA is clutch as fuck moment. In this case I actually want the back strengtheners. My horizontal is starting to get caught up too. Ooh. that scary given how many jumps we have, but still a little spooky. Up and away we go. Yo. Here we go. Nice and easy. More ligament restructures. Well, why not? I think an argument could technically have been made for armor plating earlier in the run, but I don't think we're sitting in a place long enough for the major benefits of armor plating to really be relevant. Oh, it makes me so happy to not get too much of the other area. Like on its fucking name. Yo, it's good, the devil. Let's just go with the velocity augments. More speed, more good. Just skyrocket our way up here.
Assessment unknown.
Where is it? There's our path. Inadvertently chasing the damn vent things around. A little silly, a little scary. This room. Okay. I think I saw purple, so yeah, that's just another very vertical room. And just go over here and bada bing, bada boom. Launch ourselves around at Mach fuck and have no idea where we're going. Because them vents kinda tight. Alright, I think I can get 2 more in the next room before we go over. Come on. Approach 1. More. Oh, more. There we go. Approach 2. And this area is always going to be scary. But we are simply going to be better than the faces.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7 confirmed.
And just keep launching ourselves. Preferably not hit too much shit like that. little bit is okay. Now slow them down. And then we simply try to get to the end before they have a chance to catch up. Is a rep DNA that good? I would say rabbit DNA is 100% the clutch item for that area. That gets the last limbs out of the pool. That gets unstoppable conviction out of the pool. Same diff. I could have gotten a back strengtheners or a pulse organ. And also, I guess the last limbs would have been significantly better, but no, at 10% it's not that insane of an increase, so not that torn up about missing it in favor of a worse perk that we were never going to use. The spooky fall. Getting both bad sub areas is a little unfortunate. Hey, where's my hammer? Come on, hit the button, hit the button. Roach is ending up in my hammer slots, rather annoying. Another thing to get out of the pool. That genuinely could have gotten me killed in a worse situation. A situation where I need to break boards instead of just wanting to get rid of a blood barnacle. I wonder if rabbit DNA would have been better there. I don't know. Tough to say. One, whatever. Buy more of them. The vent thing to fuck off. Those things suck. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. A little spooky, a little scary. Back strengtheners, nice. Room tends to spawn a lot of roaches, so let's take a moment to... Oh my god, dude. Come on. God. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Grab. Grab. Oh. Alright. I could have sworn I do not remember having this much of an issue with, like, the inventory shoving itself out of the way like that in the past. I wonder if something got changed in the update where they introduced trinkets in the econ rebalance that somehow worked that. So I swear I do not remember having issues like that before the patch. I feel the need to just check every once in a while that the items that I want on my quick buttons are still there. Jesus. Jump recharges. Ooh, not now, face, not now. Okay. Probably another velocity augments. I pick up some roaches. Come on. Come on. Stop running. Please. Oh. Okay, that's one too many. Make sure the hammer's in the slot, since this is an area where having quick access to hammer is a little important. Or it can be, depending on what rooms we get. Right now jumps, a little spooky. I'm keeping a good count on them, I cannot lie. More back strengtheners. More speed, more gooder. Oh. Worry about them later. Others have been here. And sometimes as you do like later and later runs of something, whether it be speed runs, challenge runs, just replays of a game in general, roguelike runs, you just get to appreciate how lucky you might have been earlier on. I know, like, when I first got into doing high score runs, I would pretty often get, like, not pretty often, but like not uncommonly get early others have been here rooms and be able to take advantage of it, to the point where I didn't think it was that uncommon. Now that I'm like real good, I'm starting to see, I might have gotten lucky. I think it's just more velocity augments. Pheromone glands helps with cool, but you know, velocity augments helps immediately, so try and fucking see where we're going. Can't lie, I'd be very curious to see what, like, a fucking ass for endless mode could achieve. So that could probably get, like, a really nuts score. So I think I'm getting close to a distance PB, which is kind of sick, kind of hype. Am I stuck on? Where we going? Good lord, if I had a kryptonite, it would be... I guess I do have a kryptonite for this specifically, but... God, these vent segments are like... If I'm gonna die anywhere on a run... Or at least if there's a way I'm gonna die in... Yeah, because I've died to not the labs lab, but the Delta Labs vent things, and just the vent segments in general are definitely one of the higher risk things to me. Just get pheromone glands done with. Yeah, my inventory's chilling. Come on. I am very bad at remembering how they're laid out. It'll be nice having the roaches be a little less of a pain in the ass to chase down.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7.
Oh hey, that was a ruby roach. Neat. Okay, yeah, this is a distance PB. Go me, go us. Whoop. Which is nice, because I think my previous distance PB wasn't on any sort of recording, so I'm very happy to have like an actually recorded distance PB. I ran out of jumps. Not that surprising though. It's like not air exchange, we love to see it. Up and over. Pretty good set of rooms too, honestly. Dude, get off the ledge. Holy shit. Rabbit DNA. Come on. I think I kind of want to get the last limbs out of the pool. The last stack ain't a bad thing. Once again, we're back to the scary place. And get an event. Cool.
Eradicating.
Okay. There we go. There's the exit. Cannot emphasize enough how fucking whack this is to control. For anybody who hasn't done a high scoring endless run before.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7. Closest operational nuclear failsafe.
Yeah, this area is like the one place where adrenaline might actually be pretty nice for endless at least. Because you'd intentionally take a pretty nasty fall and use that to get the buff from adrenaline. That entry is starting to become the scariest part of that, I cannot lie. Deep storage, my beloved. Come on. There we go. Did I grab onto the fucking fan blade while I was spinning? That's a little crazy. Oh, huh. I didn't even get the damn announcement. There were drones. Or at least I didn't hear it. Woo. A little spooky. 2 drones though today. It's kind of cool. Especially considering we had fucking 0 last week. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Come on. Need to get more vertical distance than we've gotten so far. God, it's fucking waste heaps and not the other one, dude. I think I might have been dead if I didn't get waste heaps as the finale there. I get more back strengtheners is a little unlucky, but what are you gonna do? There's a very high chance that I'm gonna die because I'm going too slow in one of these labyrinths at some point. I'm gonna lose a run to it. I'm gonna be very sad about it.
Most maintenance staff are people.
Reminder, most maintenance staff are people. I wonder if we qualify as one of those.
Human detected. Assessment unknown. Eradicating. Emergency. Vital hazard classifications have been confirmed. Clear system operational.
Starting at a point where I have to sneak a little to stay ahead of these guys. Just a little scary. Yo, what's up, Micro Sandman? Oh, I'd say the run's going alright. Oh, I'll let the current results speak for themselves. Yeah. Ah, damn. That's unfortunate. That's a fucking crazy break in score, though. Die, please. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes, but oh my god. It's almost... See, new distance PB. I was so close to doubling Climb Lord. It's a little unfortunate I didn't. Holy... Yeah, that run is going quite well, I'd say. That's close to being the next run above me. I'm fucking far as hell off of top 3, but this run is fucking insane. Just looking at its stats. Hold on, main menu for a moment because I don't want to be listening to face noises while I'm doing that. I probably should have tried to sneak a bit more at the end, to be honest, but eesh. Yeah. So I think probably the biggest improvement would be getting luckier, getting what's it? Getting an earlier I'm rolling the words, I'm a little tired. Getting an earlier profit motive would probably help. I think I don't remember exactly when I got that, but I didn't get it as early as I would like. Well, it was like first or second loop, so definitely not bad. Yeah, fucking first place. May, my, quick sure that's pronounced though. This is just actually an insane run. Like almost double the like a little under double the distance that I went. Just to be fair, if I had dodged the face as well, could have kept going for and a much higher speed than I had. What was my end speed? Almost 7. Ended up with 6 instead. I think that combination of 2 bindings is net good though, because they gave me quite a bit of molt, and as annoying as the second binding was to deal with, as annoying as the combination of bindings was to deal with, I think it was well worth. Quite possibly. That we did get 6 instead of it. But yeah, not bad. I think maybe as I get more comfortable with playing with high gravity on, I can get the perks area out of the way a little quicker. That'll help speed up the time a bit. Because getting the early game done fast helps. Overwhelmed was definitely very nice to have, because it gave us an early extra jump. Of course, we did also get Pulse Organ pretty early too, so wasn't as needed. Top 10, yeah, 9th place. Also, I believe, based off the scores that I was seeing on the Discord, that is currently the highest score for, or at least once I put it in the channel, that would be highest score for monthly competition on Endless score. But I think I can push a bit higher than that. I think luck would play in a little bit at that point, or at least a little bit more. Curious, what is the top run have as the binding? Yeah, just gravity and nothing else. I do think Pinto Beans is worth taking as well, as inconvenient as it is for getting Terror and Paranoia. Also the fact that it just completely eliminates Overwhelmed. I don't see Overwhelmed on the list here, so who knows? Focus on the middle. Found out 2 more runs. Burton's 4th place use. A good question. Let's see, 4th place. They use the same combination I do. High gravity Pinto Beans. They did get 1 Paranoia, 1 Terror, 1 Needles. So yeah, I feel like, because I think I've poked around, like after I would brainstormed the idea of using high gravity, I did poke around some of the higher up runs and did notice that it was pretty common that those two bindings made an appearance. Interesting that there's just no data for this one. I think that's because high grav really is just, it's early game nuisance and not much else. Pouch is just kind of cracked, honestly. Ooh, that's a brutal combination to be using. And weaken and high grav. To be fair though, I think weakened arms would be, if I had to add one more binding, that would be the next one I'd be considering. But I don't think it's worth the additional molt that it provides, because it is not a massive increase to your overall multiplier at a pretty hefty cost to, you're going to lose a ton of runs early, because just these two stack in difficulty pretty nastily. High gravity weekends. High gravity pinto beans. Yeah, I mean, if you look at like the bindings, like ultimately this is an early game hassle, this is an early game hassle, this is just a hassle because no row. This, I don't think I could ever see this making a cut. Losing inventory spaces, just losing stats. No perks would never make the cut for high score, at least. I could see a case for survival mode, although it would probably get very annoying to maintain, and I could see, like, again, it would have probably the strongest impact early game, but I could also see it causing some serious issues if you make a mistake later on in a run. Or if you just get grabbed by an enemy that you weren't expecting to, because you're flying at Mach fuck. I don't think I got time for another endless, however, I will do a little bit of campaign, because my campaign time is not incredible at the moment. It's pretty bad. So, I'm going purely for speed. I think that's probably one of the better ones. I think I am going to go just for speed on this. It does feel nice starting with more jumping capabilities. Come on. I'm also remembering I do not know. This will actually be interesting for me because I am not that good at two of the interlude ascent variants if I go that route, so bummer. No injector spawn. So if I go the if I go the sewers route instead of taking the shortcut, I'm gonna be having an interesting time, that's for sure. Need to go all the way up here. yesterday's pretty solid. At up their chances of being able to go incinerator route quite a bit. That pushed me towards going incinerator route. At a point in time, I was significantly more comfortable going the other route and just relying on my knowledge on how to skip a lot of stuff in Interlude Ascent. I honestly do enjoy doing the skips for original, not really skips, but just techniques for original Interlude Ascent. But that is no longer the only Interlude Ascent that you can get, so pop that now. I'm having so much stamina problems as is. I want to save the other one though, because it'll be good for incinerator. God, it feels weird being slow again. Not just kind of jumping and being at the end of the room. Almost a little spooky there. I think it technically might have been faster for me to little pogo hop. Oh, not great at speedruns of this game. I have a friend who's much better at it. He was focusing pretty hard on grinding his time down for a bit. At least before the most recent update that makes speedrunning much nicer. Alright. Injectors nice. Injectors are nice. Alright, what's our first perk? I think it's Pulse Organ. I think that is just the significantly better option. Okay, I think we do need to pop a grubby for this.
Emergency evacuation route through drainage system has been opened.
Alright. Yeah, we're going incinerator. I think incinerator is always the... Incinerator is the optimal one, but I'm not good at it, so... Sense of time and space distorts. Expulsion shoot, that's what it's called. Big fan. Come on. Come on. Let's not waste the grubby. There you go. I don't think it's Rabbit DNA. It's system reorg. Nothing else here. Don't need the flare gun. If I need the flare gun, I'm going too slow anyway. Yeah, so grubs are kind of just insanely good in regular campaign mode because, you know, lets you climb up service shaft fast, lets you do expulsion shoot really quickly. A lot of things that lets you do. And coming up the next area, so let's do that one pretty quickly as well. So we don't fuck up. Goodbye, teeth. No additional syringes. Kind of cringe. There we go. That's that area done. Nope. I am a liar. And that's high up as I thought it was. Fortunately, we got the juice to just make that.
Unauthorized handling of Class B anomalies is strictly prohibited. The nearest head researcher for clearance.
Another injector. I think I'm gonna save that for later. I think it'll be more useful. Oh my god. Come on. An abyss.
Deep substructure containment failure. Structural integrity 25%.
Alright. So the real question is, how bad is our RNG gonna be here? That kind of decides on how likely this is to be a PB. Just heal off a couple of the turrets at least. The ones that are like very in the way.
Must complete daily anomaly containment checks. Failure to log status reports will result in immediate review.
Twelve and a half minutes. My best was 17 something. Maybe.
Emergency. Deep substructure.
Might be worth blendering that for. There you go.
Power to emergency.
Yeah, it might be worth blendering if there's a good item in the shop. Not really. So I'm just gonna hit that and go. I wish there were more injectors in that vending machine, because I probably would have grabbed those if they were there. We get through here a lot quicker. Didn't mean to use an extra jump there, but no big deal. Alright. I think it'll come down to like how fast I can do hanging gardens. Which is scary, because hanging gardens is kind of a scary area. And you're not flying over it at as fast as fucking possible.
Classification 7 confirmed. Closest operational nuclear fuel cell
That's kind of massive.
line.
This is a good detour to take because there is an injector spawn that we can get right over here. Oh my god, we got both of them. Yeah, odds are looking pretty good. I'm gonna hold them for a second. I think unless I like fumble kind of hard, I'll probably get like a speed PB at least. Fortunate whiff on the rocket jump there, but that's okay. That ledge. Let me go up here. Hey Pixie, how you doing? I can definitely improve this time a lot. The fact that I whiffed on an injector spawn is so unlucky. A fucking full minute time save. Not bad. Not bad at all. Coming soon to nest. So yeah, I think the improvement is should have gotten luckier with the injector spawn. Probably some misplays, probably some misnavigations in labs. What you gonna do? Couple more tries at it. I guess also I could have always gotten luckier with my perk luck. You know, maybe a profit motive instead of the system reorg would have gotten us further. But there we go. Come on. Or maybe if I had gotten another injector in that last shop, could have gone further with the time saved, but that's alright. Oh, that's right, I don't have a double jump anymore. Nice wall art. I think I want to go other side, but I might be rooms confused again. I am 100% getting rooms confused again. Bummer. Yeah, this is a room with a potential. I forget if it's a potential injector spawn or a guaranteed one. Either way, metabolic overdrive's good enough. Grabbing grubby for later. I don't know if I'll go incinerator route this time. I don't get more grubs, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get more grubs that will persuade me to go there. Though to be fair, I am quite a fan of going drainage. I definitely know drainage tiles way better than incinerator tiles. I can pretty much, oops. Like mentally, I only know how to do incinerator off of a grub run. Or a run where I have a grub there. Whoa. Away we go. That feels like a decently fast time to lock down at least. Hello, buddy. Ow. Injector. No additional grubs. Fortunate. Let's roll better. Gonna play array for bed. Very fair. Oh, I will say a very good had a very good high score run. I'm just doing speed runs of campaign mode because I don't know if I got another full 2-hour run in me if it starts to go well again. But no, I did have a very successful high scoring run, and they scored 9th place on the overall leaderboards. That is pretty exciting. I guess the overall leaderboards for that endless mode. Alright, I have double jump, so I could probably... Yeah, I can do that. Fire. Paperwork in. Double jump should help a lot, kind of regardless of which interlude ascent variant we get, which is nice. I only know how to do one of them well. So, it's gonna be interesting when we get there. Others have been here? Others have been here. It did not show up during our actual runs when we need them. Do I sack anything for potential terror? It's tempting. It's very tempting. I think it's these two items I sack, much as I like my extra reach. I just kind of hope that game's taunting me. That, I think, is the single worst one we could get in the campaign speedrun, funnily enough. Much as we're like... As much as it's like our favorite for Endless, it's the worst one for this situation. Grab grubs and hope we get profit motive. Not grubs. The roaches, that's what they're called. Whoa. Ah. And oh, it already puts us in early descent. Alright. Which variant we getting? The caverns. I see. Anything good from the vending machine, injector. Pretty much always a auto take. Having extra jumps kind of breaks this variant, doesn't it? Oh, not gonna hear me complaining. At least breaks that portion of it. Ooh. A little unfortunate. There we go. Bit of a time loss there. Just head on up here. Ooh. Not jump off of that. Wonder, did I? Yeah, I can 100% climb up here faster. Maybe. This is the part where it gets a little sketchy on if I can swing what I was thinking. All light is a little fun not having like my solved solution for this anymore. You probably do like some similar tech. Yeah, I don't even need the extra jump to make it back. Ow! I want to be in the cage. Alright. So I think so far this run is slower than the last one, but that's okay. I know my way around that interlude very well, so we'll take it. Getting a fucking paranoia off of that son. How the hell did I fall off the elevator, dude? Alright, I mean that's like probably rip speedrun, but oh, I guess I get to see how bad this. Oh, this climb's really not that bad, especially if you have a oh. That presents a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Ah, I was wondering if something like that would happen. Alright. Yeah, like next run we finish in me and then probably call stream after next like campaign win. Regardless of like if it's a PB or not. Oh, hold on. Almost missed this. Secrets are be important. Perhaps I should have waited a little longer before popping that injector. Maybe impatience got the better of me. Right, I don't have double jump anymore. Silly me. I'm going to forget until the end of time. No, I'm getting shit backwards. That's not where I'm. That's not the injector spawn. On up here. We'll pick up a friend for now. Give the grubby a friend. Oop. $210 getting here is kind of ass. Refresh for a better perk. I'm not gonna complain about that one, that's for damn sure. I think technically Metabolic Overdrive might be the real better one of those two, but I'm not good. So therefore, this is the better of the two for me. Metabolic Overdrive is kind of cracked, especially if you're like fast and can beat the game before the perk even runs out. Cracked for you. Ain't that good though. Almost ran straight off the cliff. An AM cartoon character. Here. Dang. Meant to drop that can, not pocket it. There you go. So, get ourselves up here, get confused as to where the rope rebar spawns, and ball. Take a moment and regen our stamina. Actually, I should just use one of those here. Come on. A little finicky sometimes. Come on. And another roach. Any? No? None? Okay. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. We got maybe metabolic stasis would have been the play there. Alright. I don't love my grub count, but I should get better at going to disposal chute anyway, so easiest way to do that is to just go there more often. I suppose the real thing I don't need yet is the roaches unless I get profit motive. But also, what if I just get it? What if it were as simple as that? Yeah, metabolic stasis would have been the better play here. Oh well. Come on. Hit the button. There we go. Those net pretty fast. Another rub. Metabolic stasis. And just up the server shaft we go, and hopefully we skip the entire thing, but kind of like chill if we don't. Take a second, get our stamina back. Pull our teeth. Shit. Some bad play on my part there. I died to teeth!
Oh my god.
That was just a straight skill issue. Alright. Last actual run. Regardless of outcome. Not exactly how you want to start a run. By just completely missing the damn jump. I wonder if I'd be better off going for when I get on top, when I get like past those rungs, trying to just climb on top of them. I don't know. I think this is the room tile that I'm thinking of every time. It's got the objector right up here. Yeah. There we go. There it is. Finally fucking found the one that I keep thinking other tiles are. Like, I know it when I see it, but damn, are there a lot that I think are it. Yeah, fuck it. And it just ensures I get what I want. Air chambers. Funnily enough, for speedruns, I kind of prefer air exchange. Although I think that's just because I am a little more familiar with those layouts than these.
Reminder, routine safety drills are no longer in effect. Training Chamber 4 remains closed for decontamination procedures.
There we go. That's only a little scuffed. But I really do need to, like, if I want to get like good times, I do need to learn a lot more injector spawns. I don't know. Oh, not entirely sure if I want to go for crazy good campaign times. I'm more than happy with just going for high score on endless, and eventually trying to complete either the masochist run, maybe astronaut. Astronaut would be a bit of a rough one. Oh, maybe once the nest comes out, if it adds more negative side effects, I'll try and grind for an early, or more bindings, maybe I'll try and grind for an early masochist on nest.
This is a nice place. I think I will stay here.
Pressure seal engaged. Door latches holding. No leaks.
Grab that. Kind of would have preferred a bit more, but that's okay. Tank those 2 roaches. We just take the stasis. Especially since we have an injector to work with. Ideally should have more than that after we leave here.
System has been opened.
So annoying every time. I go up that little bit, a little lip. A extra like few seconds off the on the grubby with the metabolic stasis should be kind of clutch, especially with these layouts I'm not as familiar with. Come on.
Class 7 fluid has been detected.
Safety of habitation yellow.
Seal is priming.
Drop down, grab that, and then go up here. I think system rework's a safe take. Maybe it's a bit of a coward's take, but it's a safe take. I feel pretty confident I can just do 1 grub per the docks, so hoping 1 grub ends up getting me all the way up service shaft. I think it does though. Oop, hold on, there's a ladder. It gets me close enough. And another. There's an injector spawn over here. Where is it? Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. I used to know exactly where this was. There you are, there you are. Injectors are literally the best item in the game. They're so strong, they're so powerful. So good for speedruns. I don't know that I really need the grub, I'm gonna be honest. But extra injector is never something to complain about. I guess the grub could end up being nice in Dead Man's Handle. use that to climb up it if I don't have a good way to jump across. There's the injector spawn here. Learning some of the injector spawns eventually. But to be fair, that was one that I knew from before. Oh my god, dude. It's such a shit place to have to use that grub. This will help with the rest of that room. Okay, got an easy room here. Nice.
Human detected. Assessment unknown. Eradicating.
Step in 3 rooms. Dude, are we being for real? Let's help me reach. No, this will be 3 rooms though. That should be our 3rd room. That's really annoying though, because I wanted that injector for a bit later.
Evacuation may be required if levels rise further.
Alright, teleporter? Teleporter would be kinda nice. No teleporter? No teleporter. Big sad, big sad.
Emergency. Deep
I really need that.
containment systems.
Come on.
Rerouting auxiliary mainframe power to emergency seals.
Let's see, injector.
Under control. Estimated time to total computational.
Oh my god, come on.
Yellow.
Make more for injector. Looks a little, can't lie, that injector looked. Oh, I almost got stuck inside the tram car. That would have been devastating. Looked less and less appealing the longer it took me to get it, but it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Make good use of the injector. Will be worth it. I think I can do. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be, probably not gonna be a PB, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll hop the fuck off in Dead Man's Handle and Hanging Gardens.
Emergency. Vital hazard classification 7 confirmed. Closest operational nuclear failsafe.
Okay.
Habitation.
It does make me feel a little better. Because I was budgeting and or hoping that the injector would last that long. And it did. So
Reboot attack. Post check. Code lost.
definitely not my finest hanging gardens so far. Could be playing this significantly better. Although I suppose I could also be dead at this point. So who am I to judge my own performance? It's actually kind of unfortunate. I think I'm gonna barely miss on a PB because of the early mistakes in hanging gardens. 4-second PB. Crazy. It could have been so much better of a PB though. Well. Still happy with fucking endless run though. Jesus. 9th overall. See if we can push that further. But I'm gonna call it there. So y'all had fun watching. Have a good one.